Hello and welcome back to our Orc Shaman playthrough, and indeed, look at what we got going on here. I actually have some blessed water, and this was this was an enchantment material that in the Dwarf series I was begging to get. Unfortunately, I didn't really get any. It was kind of unfortunate. I mean, I got a little bit, but it wasn't enough in time to actually make any use of it. So I'm very much hoping then we're going to get our hands on more of this stuff. Obviously, we are we're kind of close to Bretonnian territory and stuff like that. And as far as I'm aware, I think if we fight those guys a little bit more, we're going to have a nice time. Now, as you can see, I have done quite a bit off screen. Nothing super significant or anything like that. I did become a mercenary because I was actually finding that I wasn't making any money whatsoever, and I was actually getting very low in regards to my money situation. I was literally at 2,000, and of course, as you know, because we have enchantments, we need to get enchantments, obviously, right? We need to get enchantments, so the best way to do that, well, we need money. So what's the best way to get money, especially when you're running around attempting to fight as many things as possible? Well, that is... Yeah, become a mercenary, of course. Yes, become a mercenary. And as you can see, we do have a significant amount of food as well. And this is what I actually wanted to show you, because we are literally having... Look at this craziness right here. 12,000 right now. We're getting 12,000 from the marketplace. I actually wanted to see if we could buy some horses. It does look as though we can buy a little bit. Nothing... yeah, unfortunately... This is kind of not really what I wanted here. I wanted to buy some actual horses. Like, I mean, yeah, these are horses, but I wanted to buy speed horses, right? I wanted to buy speed horses rather than carry capacity horses, because I have a significant amount of those already from just fighting random enemies. So, yeah, that's not really going to help us too much. And indeed, I wouldn't mind if I could find a banner. No banners. All right, well, that's absolutely fine. So we've gotten 12,000 from that. Now, what I'm going to do, and I had to pay a bribe to get into the castle here, and we're going to go into the quartermaster because, of course, what we need to do is we need to donate loot, right? We need to donate loot. And so we're going to do exactly that. So let's just see how we can make this work. It's going to be, I mean, as you can see, I actually have fought quite a few things. I fought some goblins, fought some empire people. Yeah, I tried to get as many higher level enemies as possible. It's very, very difficult to do that when you're an orc because, well, technically it's hard to do that when you're a dwarf too, because you don't have any cavalry. It's very, very difficult to do that when you don't have cavalry. Funnily enough, orcs do have access to cavalry, so technically they can, right? Technically it is possible for them to have cavalry and to move around just that much faster. But they're not really that good, you know? The units are not really that good, so I generally tend to stay away from them as much as possible when it comes to my composition. So anyway, I'm going to be doing this. I had 42,000, right? I had already donated a little bit of loot, and I had 42,000 on the quest. And we need to donate, I think it is 125,000 or 150,000 or something like that. So let's see how much we've actually donated now. Let's take a look in just a second. Let me just have a look-see here. Oh, wow. Okay, no, we did it massively. Look at that. All right, so we've already done that. That's 212,000. As you can see, I still don't have 150 in spellcraft skill. As I said, I have only really gone into one battle properly, and I didn't actually... I fought. I did fight, but I was mostly doing, just one-handed. I was mostly just doing one-handed attacks. As you can see, I've not done basically anything, as you can see right there. For some reason, I didn't get any skill. Why didn't I get any skill in one-handed? I was literally fighting and actually doing damage because I have a mace, and my mace is actually pretty decent, you know? It's not a terrible weapon at all. Anyway, we did reach the next clan tier, as you can see as well. And, well, that's obviously increased our party size. And we now have 115. Of course, because we have this guy, he has a significant amount of steward skill, which is really making a huge difference for us. And otherwise, Shrine of Mork, we've been going there every single time we can to pray to receive the blessing. I am literally going to head on over. Yeah, no, we got to be a little bit careful of these guys. The ones with over 200, they might be quite dangerous. I did fight someone that had about 70, and he was really, really easy for us to defeat. So I don't know whether we can. Maybe we can tackle someone that's a little bit tougher. Oh, hello. All right. What do you got? What do you got right here? I don't know what he's got, but he's got something maybe slightly damaging for us right here. I mean, 183. Are we actually capable of defeating someone that is 183? I don't know, actually. I feel like this is probably not going to work. I kind of want to get... I want to get the blessing, though, guys. Oh, no. Is he going to... He's raiding crag drops. Is he just going to leave me alone? No. There we go. No. Oh, of course he's not. Of course he's not. Okay. Yeah, well, let's give it a go, I guess, right? Alright, so we've got some wonderful Empire. Are they Empire? I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. Okay, let me see if I can actually do something here. Boom. Okay, that didn't do anything. I did get spellcraft for it, though. Alright, okay. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but yeah, okay. Well, whatever the case, basically what I've found is basically staying in one place seems to be kind of what we want to do, at least for the most part, and then going for a nice little charge. And of course, what we can do is hopefully we'll be able to eliminate, yeah, as you can see right here, the enemy does seem to be running back into us, which is absolutely perfect, because any single time we do that, we want to make sure that we can eliminate at least a handful of them off their mounts. That's kind of the whole deal here. Look at that. Look, nice. Look at that. 100 damage. We just did 100 damage with our mace. Actually, extremely, extremely rare that I'm able to do that. Hilariously enough, I'm not entirely sure why he didn't die from that, but okay. And as you can tell, obviously, we now have a little bit of one-handed skill increase. I obviously don't have a huge amount of focus points in that or anything, so that's obviously making a pretty big difference. But yeah, well, whatever the case, let's do a little bit of damage with our spell here. Nice. Look at that. Nice. Absolutely fantastic. That's exactly what we need. Thank you very much. And hopefully my forces will be able to make their way over here. I am going to use my main ability in just a second. Let's use it around about now. There we go. Not sure if that's particularly a good time to use it, but I'm going to do it. And unfortunately, the free, apparently someone said that the free version of our spell is not that good, or shall we say has a bit of a hitbox problem. So I'm not sure how I'm going to really deal with that. Ah, there we go. Actually did some damage with it, not too bad. And yeah, otherwise I will just continue trying to deal damage. Oh no, I might have to run away this way. Yes, there we go. I'm going to run away over here because I want to make sure that we can run into our forces, make sure that we don't take too much damage. Come on now, here we go. Maybe I can... Why are my guys running away from the enemies? I don't know why. They need to go in there. We need to stomp them. We need to stomp those guys. Stomp those HUMIES. Yeah, we need to crump them real good. Yeah, that's what that's what we need to do. Yeah, hopefully we'll be okay. I'm going to use this once again. I think we are actually doing pretty nicely here. I think we're actually looking pretty good. I don't know. It feels to me like we are fine, but the enemy is maybe proving to be kind of difficult. Let's use this. Nice, we killed one of those Empire Cavalry. Perfect, perfect. And we now have another usage of this. Gonna try to use that behind us over here on this guy. Ooh, I think we basically just almost missed him right there, but that's okay. We don't really need to worry about that too much. As you can see, we have absolutely slaughtered the opponent in almost every single respect. Now, the one thing we need to do, obviously, is just finish this up. Hopefully, we're going to be able to. I have 25 seconds until my ability is back. Unfortunately, I really do not do much damage at all, which is very sad. I do feel like we definitely need more one-handed skill, or we need to go and just basically double down on something. Just literally spec some focus points into something that is actually going to be useful. Like, we could go for one of those really, really big, stonking two-handers or something like that. I'm not sure if that's going to be particularly useful for a Shaman class. But then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be good. I don't know. But, well, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we'll hopefully be... I think we're good. I think we're actually good right here. Yeah. We're actually fine. I'm very surprised. I am very, very surprised right there. Okay, yeah, we did end up losing quite a few people. Look at that, 44 renown, very nice. 44 renown, 55 influence, not too bad. 22 morale for that. Okay, so that actually went pretty nicely. I think we only won because of our Black Orcs. And yeah, as you can see, look at that. Okay, who do we have alive still? Yeah, Black Orcs, as you can see right there. Yeah, Black Orc bosses, Black Orcs, and Black Orc brutes. They are the only ones that are alive. Let's go in for the nice little auto-resolve there just to finish him off. And we got another 46 renown from that. And we also gained 10,000 gold. Wow, okay, 10,000 gold from plundering the guys. Yes, plundering him. Yes, indeed. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to go for a little bit of level ups here. Goblin sticker. There we go. All right, fantastic. Look at that, 7,000. Obviously, the main thing that we've got to consider here is that we just gained a significant amount of influence. And the influence is going to be converted into money. And that's obviously going to be great. We're also going to be getting a whole bunch of meat, as well as obviously teeth. Teeth, not really that big a deal for me at the moment. It kind of is, I guess. It kind of is, because we do need it to level troops up. But we're getting a lot of loot here as well. And this loot can directly go into literally selling, basically. We could sell all of this loot if we wanted to. The main concern that we have, though, is completing the quest. You see, completing the quest is very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually... Oh, wait a minute. We've got some people declaring war on us right there. Okay, that might be a bit of a problem. Yeah, so... I really want to get to 75. Okay, yeah, so my medicine skill, as you can see, is okay, I guess. I don't really know what to go for, to be honest. Form-fitting armor or fury? 10% weapon handling or 15% less armor weight. I think 15% less armor weight is probably going to be somewhat useful if we do decide to go for heavy armor, because I've gotten a load of people telling me that the armor, or shall we say more specifically, armor weight doesn't really make that much of a difference in regards to your career ability affecting your Winds of Magic regeneration. Now, obviously, according to the manual, this is obviously the main reason why I was being a little bit careful about it. According to the manual, it is going to make a difference. So that's the question. I guess I just have to try it out and see what happens, right? I don't know. Maybe there is a... maybe there's a nice little sweet spot that we can kind of aim for here. I don't know. But, oh, hello. Wait a minute. We've got a nice little battle going on there. I wouldn't mind joining that if we can get our hands on that. Yes, there we go. Thank you very much. Let's help this guy out a little bit. Let's see what we've got. Okay, I literally almost leveled up. I still do not have enough career points. More mumbo-jumbo experience after looting idols. Looting idols? Idols? Looting idols? Oh, shrine? Is that shrines? Is that what they're talking about? Yeah, maybe. That's kind of what it denotes to me, but maybe not. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna go straight on in here because I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to maybe level up our spellcraft somewhat. I mean, I've only got 20 Winds of Magic because we weren't really able to get that many kills, unfortunately. I do feel as though the Shaman's ability is kind of, well, I wouldn't say it's bad, because obviously I can't say whether it's bad yet, because I don't have tier 2, I don't have tier 3, I can't adequately say at the moment whether I believe the career ability is underpowered in any way. At the moment, it seems more like a... Well, it seems more like a hindrance at the moment, to be honest, because it has a minute-long cooldown, which is pretty significant, and it also makes you lose Winds of Magic if your people die while they are affected by the buff. And that's pretty harsh, in my opinion. I think that's pretty harsh. But obviously, it just means that you've got to use it at the right time. That's the whole point. The tactical and strategical benefit of literally being able to ascertain and tell yourself when to use it, the accurate time to use it. That's obviously the big deal here. So the question is, am I going to be able to do this without myself dying. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use it right now. There we go. And hopefully it's actually going to get me some Winds of Magic. Yeah, we are gaining quite a bit. Now I'm just going to switch to Gork. Gork and Mork. Gazer Mork. Let's see if we can do some damage. Nice! There we go! The free version actually did some nice damage too. Alright, let's do some more damage. There we go. Nice. Perfect. We literally cast 2 spells in quick succession. Didn't really get any spellcraft. I don't know why we're not getting spellcraft. See, this is exactly the reason why I literally decided to go in as a hireling. Because as it stands, I do feel as though spellcraft levels way too slowly. Even if you have 5 focus points on that thing. I don't know. It feels really, really harsh. I'm not sure if that's just me. Maybe I am... Maybe I'm just one of those people, you know? Maybe I'm just one of those people that really, really likes a slightly faster speed of leveling, you know? That's also the reason why I personally very much enjoy the new fast mode that was included with War Sales when it came out. I really, really enjoy fast mode. Fast mode is not currently available with the old realms, because that would obviously make things very imbalanced, I guess, to a certain degree, and it's very difficult to balance around that. So that's obviously the reason why they have made it incompatible with that, at least with this particular version of the old realms. Maybe sometime in the future, who knows? But yeah, let's actually have a look here. Oh, decreased range damage taken. Yes, thank you very much. I'll definitely take that banner. That's definitely going to help us out quite a great deal. Unfortunately, my forces didn't really get themselves invested into the battle as much as they could have. So as a result, we didn't really get paid as much as we potentially could or should have. And as you can see, I have now leveled up to... wait a minute. Oh no! Oh yeah, no, we've gotten this. That's the reason why my party size has increased, because we got... Here we go. The recent exploits of your mob have been heard in other tribes as well. Greenskins from other tribes start gathering, and your boys are preparing for a proper big scrap. Yeah, well, hopefully they are actually going to continue doing that. Now, did I get to 75 medicine? No, almost got to 75 medicine. But yeah, you can see here, obviously, this is actually hilarious. I am still at 147. I mean, you saw when we started the episode, right? I was at 145, and we've got two points. We got 2 points from the very beginning of the episode, and I've used my spell, I don't know, what, 6 times, 7 times, and I only got 2 points as a result of it. I don't know. It feels to me like it's a little bit off. That's just me, right? That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm needing it to be better than it actually is, or faster than it actually is. But yeah, otherwise what we're going to do is I'm actually going to level up my intelligence here, because I do want to level medicine skill. Generally, as a shaman, it's going to be insane if I can get Minister of Health, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get that, unfortunately. I'd like to get Doctor's Oath as soon as possible, but yeah, that's also going to be unlikely. I'd like to go for that's the thing. I don't know whether I want to go for two-handed or one-handed or anything like that at the moment. I'm thinking leadership is going to be extremely, extremely good, just purely because of Famous Commander. That is going to provide us with plus 50% renown gain. I don't know whether we really care about plus 50% renown gain, but being able to level up our clan tier just that much quicker might be making a whole bunch of sense, especially considering we are indeed leveling up quite nicely in regards to our own forces. So whenever you upgrade your people, we're going to be getting a significant amount of leadership experience. And that's kind of the whole deal, right? Yeah, so as you can see, we can actually recruit some people right there. It's going to cost me 4,000, which is insane, by the way. And medicine, come on, can we make it to 75 medicine? We might be able to. We might be able to. Come on. I've got one more person. Ah, never mind. Okay. We might make it if my own or should we say we might make it if my own HP has a has an impact on that. That would be wonderful if it did. But highly unlikely, I'd say, right? Yeah, I mean maybe it will make it work. It's highly unlikely, but we might get a little bit lucky with that. Okay, yeah, but otherwise I am going to, of course, continue to recruit as many people as possible. You can see here we're going to also obviously get a bunch of goblins. If you've seen the original Greenskins campaign, where we played a big boss or a war boss or whatever it was, then you'll know, you'll know how the orcs work. And yeah, I am actually very worried at the moment about our enemies, because we have a significant amount of people that are at war against us right now. You can see here, we've got these guys, obviously, and we've got those guys. Oh dear. Yeah, Kuron has taken a black orc fort, and that's going to be a bit of a problem in itself. Yeah. Okay, so we've still looted only 3 shrines. By the way, I actually tested this. You can only perform the looting of a shrine action every 5 days, and it's not unique. It's shared, right? So basically what I mean by that is you can only loot 1 shrine in the entirety of the map every 5 days, as far as I can tell at least. And that is pretty harsh in my opinion, because that means that it's time gated. It's basically time gated. So it's going to be very, very difficult for us to make that work over a long period of time, because obviously if you think about it, you know, if I loot a shrine and then I go to another shrine within a day or 2 of travel, I won't be able to loot that next shrine, you see. So that's the reason why I'm a little bit not so pleased about that. But yeah, anyway, let's just get a couple of horses. This is going to hopefully... Oh no, that doesn't increase our speed. Really? No, it doesn't increase our speed. That's actually hilarious. What? It does. A small amount. A very small amount. Okay, very weird. Alright, okay. I guess I can just sell all of this because we don't really need this, obviously. So we're going to be bankrupting this guy almost. There we go. We're going to get another 20,000. Actually insane. And can we get some more? Yeah, 24,000. Okay, pretty nice. And we can also, potentially, we could also sell the weapon loot as well here. I'm not sure if I really want to. Do I really want to? I'd kind of like to buy this. This is the thing that I was talking about earlier, where I could use this and then just absolutely slaughter everyone. And that's the reason why I was kind of thinking of getting that instead of anything else, because it's literally going to just murder everything. It's a two-handed mace. Obviously, swing speed is trash. You know, it's literally some of the worst swing speed that I've ever seen. Well, I guess, yeah, to a certain degree, yeah, very much. But imagine this thing, right? Imagine this thing. It's gonna be good, I think. It's gonna be good. Okay, you know what? Let's try it out, shall we? I'm gonna keep the balanced orc spiky basher, just in case. So, we'll see here. 6,600. And, did I sell some loot? Some meat, even? Yeah, I did sell some meat. We've got 61 days. That's probably fine. Alright, so once again, we're heading in against a rather unscrupulous individual. He's attempting to attack us once again. He has 245. We have about 180 at this point. And, wow, we actually almost have... oh dear. Yeah, we almost have the full amount on the field at the moment. That's kind of bad. I don't really like doing that. I also don't like the fact that we have so many goblins. As you can see, we got loads and loads of enemies coming this way. I think what we're going to do is we're going to tell these guys to attack... Wow, is that 113? That is 113. That's insane. Okay, yeah, we're just going to engage these guys. There we go. We're just going to engage the infantry as best as we can. I'm going to try to hide in amongst our infantry as well. And we're going to see what we can do. I will be using Call of the Green very soon. I'm going to use Gaze of Mork first of all, though. Boom. There we go. Wow. Did very little damage, of course. That's generally what I tend to do. I'm very good at doing minor damage. And we'll otherwise see if we can do some damage with this. Oh, look at that. 19 damage, really? This is supposed to be an insane weapon, but really 19 damage? Come on now. I'm sure we can do better than that, can't we? Okay. A little bit. Really? Okay. That's not how it's supposed to go, friends. That's not how it's supposed to go. I need a little bit more than that. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if we can do some damage with this. There we go. It actually... we actually killed the enemy leader. That is quite funny. Considering the fact that I wasn't expecting anything from that particular ability. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to throw it randomly, see what happens, you know, maybe we'll get lucky. And apparently we did get pretty lucky with that. Now, I am getting quite a few kills with this particular weapon. As you can see, it's not actually as slow as you think. Obviously, in a dueling situation, it is going to be terrible. You know, it's just fundamentals, you know. It's going to be absolute trash if you are trying to win a duel against someone, you know, an elf or someone that has really, really fast attack speed. Just good luck with that, right? Good luck with that. So I'm just going to try and do some damage here. I'm going to try to use my spell. Boom, there you go. A little bit of damage. I hit my own people as well, which is okay. Not too bad. And I have absolutely slaughtered the entirety of the enemy's infantry. And this is exactly the reason why I went for a more specific command. Usually I don't really use that command that much, but I really should, you know, I really should. It's one of those things that I have used in the past, and it has proven to be kind of nice, right? It's proven to be kind of good. But it's never really done as well as it has just now. I mean, look at our insane just tunnel vision right here. This is so extremely good. So I do feel as though we're making everything work so much better right now, thanks to the fact that we just eliminated all the infantry. Because the fact is, our forces just ignored the cavalry, and it made everything so much easier for us, because ignoring the cavalry, who cares about them when all they're doing is just running around being kind of ridiculous, I guess, to a certain degree. And now, look at us. Look at this. The enemy has completely gone. They have literally, they're retreating. They're retreating, and we ended up losing only 15 people. I'm assuming that most of those were goblins, or hopefully mostly goblins. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. Not really mostly goblins, never mind. Anyway, 35 renown for us right there, and 50 influence. Obviously, 50 influence is the main thing. We also got 10,000 gold. Is this the same guy? I think this is the same guy that we had beforehand. I'm actually kind of surprised. Is it? No, it's not the same guy. As you can see, look at that. It's a completely different guy. All right, well, whatever the case, I am going to be taking these guys prisoner, and we're going to just level up these fellows into whatever they can level up into. Wow, massive amounts. And yeah, look at that. Okay, we are going to just turn all those prisoners into meat. There's the leadership skill. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's the reason why I was like, yeah, you know what? We should probably put some focus points into leadership just to, well, get some bonus, right? Just get some benefit to it. At least a little bit, right? At least a little bit. Okay, so yeah, we've got a huge amount of meat. And, well, that's not too bad, because we can obviously sell that on at a nearby town, and we can probably sell that for a very significant profit, which is not too bad. Now, we are here. I could potentially go after this guy. What? It's a halfling? Really? It's from the halfling faction? That's actually kind of funny. Can I actually even do that? No, probably not. Wait. I just need to go and get Doctor's Oath. I did level this up quite dramatically. Do I want to destroy shields really, really fast? I guess I will destroy shields really fast. Why not? And plus 10% additional damage with two-handed axes and maces, or swing speed. 3% swing speed. Does 3% swing speed sound actually any good in comparison to 10% damage? I mean, here's the thing. Usually what I will do is I will always take swing speed, because many times, if you don't have a decent speed when you attack, you're always going to get beaten. But because we have such a slow weapon as it is, I don't think 3% is really going to make any difference at all. And we're mostly only going to be using axes and maces, right? So I guess I am actually just going to be going for this. I know that sounds, it sounds a bit weird, because I've never actually used that ever before. We're going to use imposing stature. I think we've maybe used headbasher once or twice before, actually. Anyway, we are going to go for combat tips. Yes, I like combat tips a whole bunch. Okay, so we are also going to be taking a look. Oh, yeah, never mind. I didn't. Did I tell you what I spec my career point into? Because I did get a career point. We spec'd into get 15 mumbo jumbo points after winning scraps. So in other words, after every battle, we get 15 wins of magic. By the way, if you haven't looked at the manual or anything like that, you can also see here from the actual description of the career ability, it says here, wearing hard bits and metal stuff. Metal and stuff, like dim hard boys, it's going to get you less juju power. And obviously, juju power in this case is winds of magic. So, you know, that's the reason why I was kind of like, well, should we wear heavy armor or not? I mean, you know, that's the that's the question here. That's the question. So, yeah, I guess I will, as I say, I will try it out if we have some spare money, because at the moment I don't really want to be like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna drop a cool 50,000 or something like that. I don't really want to be like, yeah, I'll just put 50,000 into armor that I don't know is going to be effective for the entirety of the game. You know, I want to make sure that we're not really expending too much in that sense. Oh no, this guy's going to get away, isn't he? I have a bad feeling. Oh, no, never mind, never mind. Okay, wow, this guy is absolutely terrible. What? Wow, okay, we are just, you know what? We're just going to auto-resolve against this guy. Because look at the amount of medicine skill that we get from this. Absolutely crazy. Let's take him prisoner, I guess. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's, in my opinion, doing this is so much better worth it than doing any kind of manual battle, despite the fact that, obviously, I do need to level my spellcraft. Yeah, leveling spellcraft is absolutely terrible for me at the moment. Okay, so what we can do is we can obviously sell some stuff, and that's exactly what I'll do here. We're going to get 10,000. Kind of unfortunate we're only going to get 10,000. I wouldn't mind... Let me actually just see. Maybe I can get some... what about Shaman? Yeah... I want the robe, ideally. Yeah, there's the robe. Okay, so what we could potentially do is buy this. It is quite heavy. That's the only issue that I'm having at the moment, but I'm gonna do it. Oh, we look cool. Yeah, no, I think we look cool with this. Obviously, I do need to get some enchantments as well. Just bear that in mind. So, yeah, obviously, we're going to be doing something with that. Yeah, so just going to sell all of that. And we did lose some ward save, of course, but that is just how things are going to go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and speak to the... Yeah, speak to the Shaman. Speak to the Shaman right here so that we can actually buy some additional spells. Because despite the fact that I don't have 200 yet... I could learn something else, like, for example, Arder's Nails. As the Shaman is surrounded by fighting lads, the war juju covers the boys, making them dead tough. I don't know what that does, but it's only 5,000, as you can see right there, which is really, really nice. We could also get Brain Burster. As the fighting goes on, the Shaman builds up too much war juju and releases it in a big boom that throws Gits to the ground. So that's obviously pretty nice, too. And what's this? If the bashing is too far away, with the help of Gork, the Shaman can bring the boys from over here to over there. Oh, I love the orc speak. It is so funny. Okay, yeah. So obviously Foot of Gork is insane, and that does so much damage. Obviously, that is a master level spell. Don't currently have that. And this is... yeah. So here we go is obviously what we would like to get as soon as possible. So I will get Hard as Nails here. Just purely because it is going to be extremely, extremely good for us. And the question is, do I trust myself to use Brain Burster well enough? Not really, to be honest, not really. But by the way, if you've ever played the Orc Shaman, let me know. Is Brain Burster actually fun? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I will try it out eventually, but I just want to be a little bit careful about how I do things at the moment, because I don't have an expendable amount of cash. You know, if I had like 500,000 right now, I'd be like, yeah, okay, you know, why not? Let's drop it, you know, let's drop that 12.5k. But 12.5k at this point, I'm not sure if I really want to do that. So that's kind of why I'm being a little bit careful with it. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the spellbook just in a minute here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think these are both selected right now, right? Yeah, I think they're both selected. And then we can just move on. I do want to purchase... yeah, I should actually maybe speak to the Shaman again. See if we can maybe buy some enchantments. Okay, let me see here. Okay, yeah, so I can actually buy some enchantments. Let's have a look. So I'd ideally like ward save. I would like some ward save. Oh, that's insane. Yeah, as you can see, this requires 200 spellcraft. That's crazy. 40 extra physical damage, and the weapon gains the cleave trait. This would be insane for our two-handed hammer that we have. That would be very, very fun. We also have swing speed here, minus 10 physical damage. Okay. And what's this? 10% extra swing speed, 10 extra physical damage, 400% extra damage when striking at the backs of enemies. Same bonus applies to unaware enemies hit from any angle. Backstabber's Frenzy. Okay, so the one thing about Backstabber's Frenzy that I'm going to say right now is that orcs actually cannot be stealthy. They can't go into bandit hideouts in a stealthy fashion, which I have to admit is very sad, but obviously it's very understandable from a lore perspective. And the fact is, this is an insane enchant in my opinion. 400% extra damage. Obviously, most of the time, when you're in a siege or when you're in a battle, if you can avoid taking, you know, a little bit of attention, then you're going to have a whale of a time with this. Imagine putting this on a, I don't know, like a really, really fast attack speed mace or something like that, like a one-handed mace or something like that, 400% additional damage. If you're doing 400% additional damage and you're doing 60 damage, that's literally what, 240 damage or something like that? Wouldn't that be 240 damage? I don't know. I'm bad at math, so yeah, don't. But yeah, basically it would be very good damage. Yes, I'm an orc. I have no idea what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah. Otherwise, enemy wizards damaging you with spells lose 30 winds of magic. That's not really going to be that useful. Okay, yeah. So the thing is, I need to learn 5 enchants as it is. But I don't really want to spend 20,000 or even 12,000 on any of this stuff. Is there no way for me to learn additional enchants that are actually useful? As in, like, can I not learn enchants that give me ward save or something like that? Because as you can see right there, the enchant doesn't really. I mean, there are no enchants there that actually help me that much. I wanted to get additional ward save or additional physical resistance or additional HP or something along those lines, but we're not getting anything like that. So I'm assuming I need to level up my spellcraft. I'm assuming maybe once I get to 150 spellcraft, that's when I'm going to have the opportunity to actually learn better enchants, because then I'll be able to enchant my well, maybe enchant my helmet, you know, because at the moment, let me see, as you can see, I have an Orc Shaman cap. It's not actually enchanted or anything like that. And we also have Orc Shaman robe things. And we don't have any enchant on that either. So it would be quite nice if we can make that work. But at the moment, I don't currently have that available. So yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. Actually, you know what? I am going to wait around here for a little bit of time because I'd like to sell. Actually, wow. Never mind. I don't think I can actually sell any of my meat. Yeah, that's a bit problematic, isn't it? Yeah, that's a bit problematic. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Whoa, yeah, this is kind of harsh, actually. Okay, let me see. Only 50 days. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh wow, yeah, no, they don't have any. They have no money. Yeah, they have no money. That's kind of bad. Alright, so here we go. We're going into a very, very large battle this time. This is literally a basically a 600 versus 600 battle. Obviously, it's not all me, right? You know, we've got, I think, 2-3 vassals with us or something like that. So very, very interested to see how this goes. Hopefully, we'll be okay to use our ability and to actually go in there and actually, I don't know, maybe get some experience. I don't know, maybe that would be kind of nice. I'm going to actually use Artist Nails. Gonna actually get everyone buffed up here. There we go. Alright, so we actually did that. And let's get some damage. Ooh, nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. That's actually kind of what I wanted to see the entire time. Thank you. You know, a little bit of damage here. You know, I don't need to do like 10 billion damage or anything like that, but I need to do a little bit just to get some nice spellcraft skill. I don't really mind otherwise. Okay, let's do some more. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Literally did so much damage. Didn't get any spellcraft skill for that. I'm assuming that the free... I think the free ability, right? The Gaze of Mork that we get. I think the free ability doesn't actually get us spellcraft skill. Is that just me? It feels like that, at least. It feels like that. As you can see, my weapon, despite being amazing, is actually kind of, well, low damage, but that's probably because I only have 50 in two-handed. Yes. Having 50 in two-handed really makes a huge difference, apparently. Let's use this, even though I'm not in range at the moment, but that's okay. Let's do this, do some damage, very little, but we did get to 150, very, very nice. My ability is just about to run out, and then we'll get a free Gaze of Mork, of course, and then we'll be able to use that hopefully again. Yep, there we go. And oh, I actually gained a level. Nice. Okay, let's do some damage here. Yeah. Oh, no. See, the free one does actually get a spellcraft skill. So I literally did what? I got 23 kills, or was it 21? I don't know, but I gained a significant amount of kills and I didn't get any spellcraft skill. So I'm not entirely sure what was going on with that, but yeah, anyway, we can hopefully do some pretty massive damage here. My forces should be absolutely murdering the opponent right now, because I have told them once again to go after the infantry only. I could also tell them to go after the archers. The question is, do we want them to go after the archers or not? I don't know. We're going to cast Ardor's Nails, though. We're going to cast that right now. And then we're going to get ready for our class ability again. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Nice. Get that going. Get some nice Winds of Magic back if we can. Nice damage. Do we get Winds of Magic for me getting kills? I actually don't know. I can't see. I can't see because of the text log in the bottom left there. I don't know whether I'm actually gaining Winds of Magic when I have the buff. But I guess it doesn't really matter. You know, if we get kills, then we get kills, you know. I think that's fine. Okay, I think what we're going to do, actually, is... Oh, no. I think we should probably continue to just focus on the infantry at the moment. I think that probably makes the most sense. Let's do some damage. Okay, never mind. Let's not do any damage, because it just phased through the floor. Alright, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Classic. Alright, yeah, so we can basically just wait for our career ability to come back, and then we'll use that again. I'm hopeful that my... I don't know, it seems like we're actually causing them to run away now. I think they're probably going to retreat. Yeah, the retreat is coming very, very soon. Okay, there's this. Come on now, get me some... Yeah, we're getting some nice bonuses right there. Let's do some damage. Okay, never mind. Apparently, close quarters. Do not use this ability. Close quarters doesn't actually pay off. As you can see, it does pay off when you have a little bit of distance, but if you are using it really, really close up to your opponent, it's not really going to do much at all. So that's what we need to just bear in mind every single time. I was kind of hoping, as I said before in a previous episode, I think that the previous episode that we had, I was really hoping that it would be usable from super, super close up, because that's the fun part, blowing yourself up, right? It's like, it's literally like I'm a goblin from Warcraft or something. Dearie me. Anyway, we are basically done. Yeah, look at that. Only 3 enemies remaining, and look at how easy that was. That was so easy. That is because... Is that because of the Shaman buffs? Is that because of our buffs that we're providing to our allies here, not to our opponents? But yeah, is that because of the buffs? It could be. It could be. I actually don't know. I have no idea. So I am going to literally just, level everyone up that I can here. We're only, for some reason, I always only get about 112 prisoners. I'm not entirely sure what's happening with that, but yeah, we only get 112 prisoners every single time. I don't actually know whether there is like an average that we get, or maybe it's just because we only contributed a certain percentage to this particular fight, but it's quite funny that we always get about 112. It's probably because of the medicine skill level that we have at the moment, you know, because Doctor's Oath obviously is applied to them. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to take Overcaster here. Overcaster is fantastic, in my opinion, because I personally don't care about it costing 30% more Winds of Magic, because I'm just going to get Winds of Magic back every single time, right? Whereas this one, Efficient Spellcaster, 20% less damage, but 30% less Winds of Magic. I don't really, I don't know, I personally don't really care about that. So Overcaster is what I'm going to be taking, and we're going to be getting, I think, probably another point in two-handed, if I'm going to be using this two-handed for the foreseeable future. I think maybe I will. If I can get the Cleave enchant, right? If I can get the Cleave enchant on this thing, I think we might, in fact, love it. So I guess that's what I'm going to try to do. Who's this guy? Is he actually going to fight us? Or... Oh, yeah. No, I've got to be careful here. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Okay, yeah. Oh, really? It actually showed that I was close to these guys, but now it's showing that I'm really far away from them. That is hilarious. That is so fun, isn't it? Alright, so let's go in here, see what we can do. I did have to go AFK for a little bit, so I actually don't know whether we're going to be able to do this. I didn't look at the composition or anything. Oh dear. That's a little bit problematic, isn't it? Yes, that's a little bit problematic. But we should be okay. I mean, to be honest, I do think we're going to be okay, because we've got some... Oh no. Oh dear. My companion that provides us with huge amounts of bonuses to our infantry is knocked out. So we don't currently have his benefits to take advantage of. That's really bad, actually. That's really, really bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the standard, right? What I've done so far, the last couple of battles, is literally just go after the infantry. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to go after the infantry. That seems to be working really, really nicely for us. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Did I literally just tell them to hold fire? Yeah, I just told them to hold fire. Okay, that's not what we want them to do. Let's fire at will, and then let's actually do this properly, shall we? Wait, what is actually happening right here? Okay, yeah, we need to do this and then that. There we go. Okay, for some reason I completely forgot how to do it. What? How does that happen? Okay, yeah, let's do that. Alright, perfect. So now they're going to engage, and they're just going to completely ignore the infantry, not the infantry, the cavalry, and we're going to see if we can maybe make something amazing work. Obviously, I'm very damaged already, so I kind of want to be a little bit careful, because we are basically the support class here, and we need to be as prevalent in the battle as we can, because the more that we can survive, the more I can buff my troops, the better things are going to be. So... let's see if we can make this work. Okay, so let's go with a nice little career ability, and then hard as nails. Let's cast that right on top of us, and there we have it. Okay, now we're going to be doing Gaze of Mork, and we're just going to throw that over there. There we go, and we're also going to be getting a free version in just a couple of seconds. And there we go, there it is, and then we can cast that. Boom. Nice. Good damage. Good damage. 1,000 damage. Actually, not too bad. And maybe if I can do some damage here, I will be very pleased. Okay, nice. Getting myself absolutely massacred by some random lancers. Not a particularly big fan of that. But I can't really do much about it. Okay, 27 seconds until that comes back. Yeah, unfortunately, enemies are taking a little bit longer for us to kill. I am doing some pretty... whoa, nice damage, actually. Look at that. Did some nice damage with our two-handed. Maybe I can do... I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to get some really nice damage on those guys. I am actually taking some significant damage from the enemy archers, which is a bit of a problem. I think what we should probably do now is focus on the archers. Let's engage those. There we go. And they're going to skirmish against us. This is the only reason why I didn't really want to go up against the archers here, because skirmishing units are annoying as nothing else. Let me see. Can I do something here? Yeah, a little bit of damage. Nothing to write home about, unfortunately, but yeah, a little bit of damage. But yeah, this is exactly the problem. We are going to consistently have this issue now, where the enemy is basically just going to run away from us, and we are just going to consistently take damage without us being able to do any damage to them. You see, that's the main problem. Maybe what I can do is I can do a nice little Gaze of Mork attack here. Well, I did actually hit someone. Wow, that's crazy. Wasn't expecting that. But we can technically chase them to the edges of the battlefield, and maybe we can make something amazing happen there. Highly, highly unlikely, but maybe we can. I'm going to be a little bit careful here as well. Going to make sure that we stay a little bit further back. And we'll be 5 seconds until the career ability is up. And perfect timing, actually. Really, really perfect timing. And I'm going to be using hard as nails straight away. Alright, there we go. Nice. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Very, very good. And now, hopefully, my forces will basically survive pretty much anything that they get thrown at them. And I'm going to try to inflict as much damage as possible with my wonderful two-handed here. It does seem to be working quite well. Ooh, I might die here. I might be dead. Yeah. Might be dead here. This is... I'm not having enough space to really swing this thing. 100 medicine skill. Actually, really nice. Okay, so the question is, how are we doing? I mean, Frankly, I feel like we're doing really, really well, but unfortunately, I don't know whether that's enough. As you can quite clearly see here, I don't know whether that's enough. I'm gonna get out my spell here. No, 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 don't take damage, don't die. Can I live? Can I live until my career ability is back up one more time? I don't know whether I'm going to be able to. Doing some nice damage here. Unfortunately, when they get within a certain distance, you're hitting them with the wooden part of your two-handed mace, and it's really not doing very much at all, unfortunately. Let's just do some more damage here. I think we're actually going to win. Yeah, no, we are actually going to win. This is all thanks to the engage command. This is definitely something that I should have been doing the entire time. Obviously, here we go. Now we're just going to have to tell our forces just to randomly charge in because we have to deal with the enemy's cavalry. They're proving themselves to be very annoying, as you can see. So the question is, can I... Oh, no. It's going to be very, very bad. Yeah, this is really, really bad. Oh, no, my guys are actually finishing them off really nicely, surprisingly so, and I believe we are done. There it is. Wow. Okay, we managed very, very nicely, and as you can see, look at this. Black Orc Boss, 172 kills. Black Orc Brutes, 95. Really? Wow. Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show, right? That just goes to show. We did end up losing a huge amount of goblins, but that is obviously what they're for, you know? That is what they're for. All right, so, yeah, let's actually get this guy taken prisoner, and we'll take all of them. Why not? We'll take all of them prisoner, and there you go. Look at this. We're actually getting a significant amount of teeth. Obviously, teeth at the moment, I mean, yeah, they are definitely going to be useful to turn these guys into Black Orc bosses. I personally feel like our army is... very, very strong. I'm not sure. Is it the Shaman? Is it the ability to buff our forces that is making such a significant difference? Because obviously with the War Boss, it's a little bit different, right? The War Boss is not really a... I mean, yeah, it can buff, right? It can buff with its ability. But the ability is a lot less, shall we say, widespread. You're not really going to be getting such a significant overall damage buff or damage reduction buff or generally buff. Ugh. Yes. So look at me being redundant. Yes. Anyway, the point is, generally, I feel like because we have all these buffs, it makes such a significant difference. Is that just me? I don't know, because we were able to literally win against 475 enemy units here with 170 of our own, which generally I would consider to be a... I mean, to be honest, the Empire, right? The Empire are not amazing, right? I wouldn't say that they are the strongest faction ever, because they're certainly not. And many of their units are, well, they're basically fodder, right? Whereas Orcs, yeah, sure, okay, you've got the Goblins, and they are very clearly fodder, obviously. Sorry, not the Orcs. What, did I say Orcs? I think I said Orcs, didn't I? No, you've got the Goblins that are very clearly fodder, right? And then you obviously have a bunch of other, you know, Orcish type units that are not going to be as effective. But if you literally have your entire army, or most of your army being these crazy Black Orc bosses, and you have them literally just being like, yeah, okay, these guys are big stonking units, they're really going to be super, super, you know, powerful for you. That's exactly what you're getting. You're getting something so crazy that it does so much when you buff those units. Imagine buffing those units. Obviously, I don't know how long it actually... Well, I don't know how long it actually lasts. I'm going to be buying this Orc War Boss's Ed Plate because I want to have something that I can swap around for all my loot, because they don't have much loot. Yeah, as you can see right there, they don't have much loot at all. So I'm going to just swap around one of these, and we're just going to do this. Something like that. There we go. We're still getting 10,000, hilariously enough. Literally still getting 10,000. That's actually kind of crazy. And I have 3,600 meat. Yeah. I really need to find... I really badly, actually, need to find a way for me to... I mean, I need to get the enchants, don't I? I need to loot shrines as well. Oh, this is, oh yeah, this is the bottleneck right here. This is the bottleneck. Okay, well, let's see what I can do. Okay, so let's see. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna buy something. Let's. I want to buy this. Wait, no. Where's the cleave thing? Where is the cleave thing? Extra damage against dwarves. That's quite funny. Yeah, this one. 25. That. Oh, I need 200 spellcraft. Oh, I'm so disappointed right now. Yeah, I need 200 spellcraft for that. Okay, well, I could get Backstabber's Frenzy, which would be really, really fun, in my opinion. So I'm gonna buy that. And I'd like to actually see what I can actually... oh, it needs 3 bless... Does it need only 3 bless... Oh, never mind. You need 50. Oh, no. You need 50 gemstones. Oh, dear. Oh, no. That's absolutely terrible. Okay. I might as well just show myself out right now. Yeah. That's very disappointing. That's very disappointing. I was super, super hopeful that we would actually be able to maybe enchant something. I mean, not specifically my two-handed mace as it is, but I would have loved to have gained something right there. That would have been so fun to, you know, enchant something, maybe get a little bit of spellcraft experience, because you can get some extremely, extremely nice experience from spellcraft. Well, shall we say, from enchanting to spellcraft. And that can really make a huge difference. No shields, no ranged weapons equipped. I actually could take that. I could actually take this because I don't have any shields and I don't have any ranged weapons. So might as well take sprint. And let's have a look. Show of strength. I think we're probably going to take show of strength because that does provide us with the ability to knock down. And we already have the ability to knock down. So a 30% chance, and then plus on top of that, a percentage chance, whatever it is, with our two-handed hammer. Really going to make a big difference. Now, we could go for athletic skill, or we could go for some more two-handed, or we could go for some leadership. I think leadership is probably going to be the way to go here. Yeah, probably. And I do have a career point to spend as well. So let me... Oh, I've got 2 career points to spend, actually. So as you can see here, Call of the Great Green is better with spellcraft points. So that scales with spellcraft now. Call of the Great Green is always ready for the scrap. More mumbo-jumbo experience after looting idols. More mumbo-jumbo experience. So in other words, more spellcraft experience. That's actually kind of, or is it? Yeah, I think so, right? That might actually be kind of cool. I'm not sure which one to go for, really. Because what does this actually do? Because as you can see right here, and they will give you more juju power, but if your boys start dying, the better you get, the more you can connect to the war, and remember to stay close to the old ways. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not entirely sure. I need to read the menu again about what it actually does, because what is better with spellcraft points? Does that mean it just gives you more winds of magic? Because I don't really care about that too much at the moment. So I'm thinking we're probably going to do this, because that means that this ability is always ready for every single battle, so I can use it instantly at the very beginning if we need to. And obviously the mumbo jumbo experience points after looting idols is probably very nice. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.